Well, hello and good evening. I saw Jack Tyler backstage. She's thinking, why has she put Lengro leading ladies? I did it on purpose, actually. Okay, it wasn't. I couldn't find the Lengro Late Night Live, but I thought it is Lengro leading ladies. Why are they Lengro leading ladies? Because Jack Tyler, associate editor of Lengro magazine, the amazing Amanda Waring, who's been chatted up tonight when she went out, and Sam Earl, who's dealing with all sorts of things backstage. They're here to do a beneath the covers kind of, what is it? It's a beneath the covers. It's a Colin the Caterpillar. Although I kind of found a Clyde. Lots and lots going on here. I can see lots of people have come over from Derek's page. This is going to be a little bit something different, and there will be some readings. And if you're lucky, you also might get a little bit of Conchita later as well. So let's bring on our Lengro leading ladies. Hello, Jack. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
You are a Lengro leading lady. So tonight I thought I'd put myself out there. Can you tell those people who have come over from Derek Akora's page what they can expect tonight, please?
Well, it's a Saturday night, so you can expect something a little bit naughtier than what we normally do on a Wednesday afternoon. But we've got lots of chat, and we'd like you to all be involved as well. So we'll be discussing a dilemma of the day, which we'd love you to join in with as well. A very serious dilemma of the day. And we've got some celebrity gossip, and who knows? Who knows what else?
Absolutely love that. And there we've got my favorite oil expert as well. In fact, just because you're there as well, let me just have a little look. I'm going to bring on a man. Actually, because you're there, let me hold on. Let me just bring this up. Hold on. If you don't know Sam, then let me tell you, Sam is our oil expert. She is indeed. I'm just looking for you a little bit here, and I can't find out where. On the video.
Which little bit could you be referring to? I mean, you know, there are many little bits that I have. My mouth, clearly, is very small.
Look at this one.
Oh, it's like when after dark.
Now, Sam, tell everybody, normally you are the in-house oil expert, aren't you? But tonight you've got some stories for us as well, and you're going to be telling us about something about bats, because I've been moving house today. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Amanda Waring, welcome. Of course, a fully fledged permanent member. What happened down the pub, Amanda?
Oh, I know that's a bit late. Well, I've got a saucy taxi driver who really took, I mean, this is amazing being on lockdown, so I haven't seen anyone. And this saucy taxi driver was just like kind of entranced and intrigued and went over, and I actually was a bit naughty because he grabbed my wrist to smell my wrist, which is a bit odd. But yeah, he was like, you're an amazing lady. Oh my God. And so
well, that's true.
Come back to this. Thank you. And he was quite good looking as well. So, you know, he can pick me up anytime.
Absolutely love that. And of course, if you like Pick Me Up magazine, I do write the weekly horoscopes in it, and it's out on a Thursday. I've got to go quickly to a serious subject, Sam, before we go on to the topics of the day.
And serious?
Yeah, because Jude Heron has asked a question here, and we do like to get to people's problems as well. Jude's asking, what's the best essential oil to help with anxiety?
Well, lucky for Jude, a few weeks back I did actually cover anxiety in Lengro magazine, so I can go into loads of in-depth and all the rest of them, but the one that I'm absolutely loving at the moment is lemon essential oil, and Claire does an amazing lemon one. It's the green lemon I'm really drawn to at the moment. It's absolutely fantastic for anxiety.
Well, I'm burning some pink grapefruit at the moment, but indeed, we have got oils from Sicily grown in the organic soil of Mount Etna. We've got green lemon, yellow lemon, and of course, Sicilian lemon as well. Thank you.
And mandarin, you can't forget the mandarin. That one is also beautiful. In fact, they're all amazing. Just ignore me, apart from the fact that they are amazing.
Oh, Jude is saying that Jude can't have citrus oils.
Okay, there are lots of other ones. Don't worry. As I say, it was a few issues back, but if you have a look in Lengro, went into great detail with all the different oils, and I've got lots of ones on there that aren't citrus, including the one that I really cannot stand, which we all know is lavender. I hate the smell of lavender, but it is very good calming one. And if not, things like chamomile. Perfect.
Can I just ask, Sam, before we go on to our topic and our pictures and we go back bats for the night, why do you hate lavender oil so much?
I think it's just one of those ones that's just been overused. And well, I'm a military kid, so we've lived many different places, and we used to live near loads of fields that just grew lavender. So I think I've just been overexposed to it. So yeah, I am not a fan of lavender, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, listen, Sharon Stewart here. She's saying, I follow Lengro magazine on Instagram. Of course, it's not just my Lengro, it's all of our Lengro right here as well. Have to look at these oils, says Nicola Pierce as well. Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to go straight in, and we will be doing some readings later. Amanda, can you help me do some readings and advice in a bit as well?
All right, my darling, I'm up for anything right now. Having been chatted up, I'm feeling ready to go.
And when Amanda says that, we know what it means.
We do.
I'm off right now. Go back to the pub.
There's a taxi driver outside. I thought I could hear a horn beeping.
Yeah, there is an engine running right there. I can honestly feel it.
Can I just ask, what did this guy look like? I mean, name somebody famous that he reminded you of.
George Clooney.
How many drinks have you had, Amanda?
Yeah. I was going to say he lived my way, but you know.
You're batting them off. He was a silver fox.
After a few wines, anyone can look like George Clooney, really, can't they?
Yes, that is the beauty of alcohol. Yeah, obviously, drink at your own risk, and you know we want to be sensible, but the beer goggles do help at times.
Yeah. If I hadn't got the show tonight, I would have had more to drink, but I was just on coffee after the third wine, so that's fine.
Was it an Irish coffee or was it genuine coffee? That's what we all want to know, really.
Sorry, Claire, go on. We're listening to you, boss.
I was going to say, can we get this straight? If you meet somebody that looks like George Clooney, who also has a personality, you know, where he's amazing, I don't mind you cancelling Lengro. I really don't. Do you, girls?
Oh.
No, in fact, why are you here? Just give him a call now, Amanda. We can get him on screen. We're having a bit of blind date action going on. We've not done that for a while.
I like that. Well, no, she wanted to stay because clearly from the next bit that's coming up, I didn't know what's happening. I've moved house to somewhere in Brighton. I'm not going to say because of the children. I'm in Brighton in a new house. And what I wanted to say is, for some reason, the girls have taken control of the show. And for some reason, I've been asked to upload a load of pictures. Sam, why not have a picture of that poo?
Oh, well, because that's just the sort of girls we are. I mean, you know, we were just looking at different types of fertilizers and what is good for different things, and turns out bat poo is. So, you know, there are many different things for bats. You know, bats have got a bad reputation at the moment due to a very predominant situation that we're all in. But they're not all bad. I've learned some very interesting things, in all honesty.
Oh.
For example, baby bats are called pups. Who knew? Are they not cute? I've kind of just put that one in for Jack, to be honest, because I know that she
love bats.
And I was just like, yeah, look, they're all up like baby burritos, so they're actually called pups.
Now, there is a backstage joke that's been going around for a year about watermelons. What I want to know is what the watermelon and bat link is here.
Oh, wow. There are certain types of bats that only eat fruit. Now, this is where it gets a little bit disgusting, because they obviously eat the fruit, and then we say they distribute the seeds elsewhere. So they obviously help the environment, and they help different plants grow different places. Now, there are lots of different things that, yes, they can also eat up to 36 insects a minute. They're very clever at bats, actually. But the foods that the bats genuinely, well, I'm going to say interfere with, because obviously they do spread the seeds. This is Jack's little friend as well there.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, well, the thing is, I'm going to tell you some of them, and you're going to be really surprised, okay? Dates. They help grow dates, bananas, vanilla, guavas, balsa wood, tequila, and chewing gum. So next time you're eating chewing gum, remember where that bit of gum may have come from. Because I was horrified. No, tequila's fine. Obviously, the alcohol will kill off anything. It'll be fine. But, yeah. See, all bats can hunt completely in the dark, so being blind as a bat is actually a myth. They sleep upside down because their little legs are not strong enough to get away from predators. They can't run away, so they obviously fly. So that's why they sleep upside down, which is always a good one. They live more than 30 years and can fly up to 60 miles an hour, which I was like, Jesus, I know. Now, the largest...
Oh, like a bat up here. That's why, okay, I get it now.
Yeah, largest bat is the flying fox, and it lives on the South Pacific Islands.
Yeah.
And the smallest one is our little fella that was literally the size of someone's thumbnail. And he's Kitty Hogsnosed bat, otherwise known as the bumblebee bat, who weighs less than a penny.
Oh.
And there is the size difference between the two is over 700 times. There's a size difference. You could fit over 700 of the little bumblebee bats into one flying fox bat. I was just sort of amazed.
Would you,
that is amazing.
Amanda, would you hold a bat?
Yes, I have done many times.
Hang on, was this a real one or a prop?
No, real. Well, both. Well, because I live in the attic, of course, have to be put in the attic, and I have I've counted over 150 bats that have come out of the bats in the belfry, literally just coming out and out and out as I just sat there and watched them every evening. And then 3 days ago at 2 in the afternoon, a bat circulated all around my garden, like doing like a figure of 8 kind of flying dance all over the back garden. And bats mean rebirth. So in the shamanic traditions, bats mean rebirth, change, death of the old, which makes sense with what we're going through now with the new moon and all of that that's been coming up. So been really interesting. But I've had lots of little baby bats in my hands because, they've fallen and stuff, and looked after them, and I fed bats with little pipettes. And I don't mind them. I mean, that's fine. Jack and I can set up a bat.
Yeah, I've got loads in my garden. Every night you can see them flying about. Yeah, I love
That's what I was going to say. Next time you get a little pup, just give Jack a call. She'll be there 100% to helping you.
Yeah,
the closest I've got to bats is being called Batty all the time, really.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, Claire. If we were normal, we would not be on Lengro Late Night Live, would we? Let's be honest. That would be really boring.
You cannot be in Lengro.
Driver.
Listen, Wood is asking me to do a little thing here, which is very important, of course. The Morse code would have never been invented without the discovery of bats and their radar system.
Ooh.
I never knew.
Bats are genuinely amazing. I know that they've been given a really bad reputation because of the whole COVID thing, but they're not all bad news. And 100%, as Amanda said, with the whole new moon signifying change and everything else.
Yeah.
100%. Let's go with some bats. Let's see some and start again and have some really good times.
Yeah, and let's all bloodsuckers, and let's anyone that's vampiring off your energy make a decision to actually get rid of them right now as well. We don't need any vampiring. We want our energies for ourselves. Everyone else can just buzz off.
Listen, we're coming out of lockdown, and I'm so glad to see so many people having a good time. And I think Conchita, and if you don't know who Conchita is, Conchita's going to be joining us in a little bit as well. And if you don't know who these amazing ladies are, then make sure, I'm sure that Sammy will put up a link for each of you ladies as well. I've got some that I'll put up actually. Make sure you follow each one of these ladies on this screen. And in answer to Adele, yes, I will be doing readings, but I've just come off Derek Akora's page. Give me a little bit of time just to acclimatize, relax, and have a bit of fun with the ladies. And in fact, I think, Amanda, you're going to double team with me in a bit as well, aren't you?
That sounds so wrong.
With your oracle cards.
Well, it is a Saturday Night Live.
Double team to me sounds something completely different, and that's only after midnight that happens. So yeah, okay.
Is this when you're going back for your taxi driver? Is this we should be sending out some sort of help signal, maybe?
Yeah, I think we should definitely.
As long as we know you're safe, it's fine.
Exactly. Well, the Lengro team always know that they're safe because they don't go about an hour in the day without texting or talking to each other.
I know.
Actually,
Point, yeah.
Let's go on to some more serious things, because I don't quite know why our celeb reporter, Jack Tyler, has sent me this picture. Like I said, guys, I've been moving house today, but Jack, could you explain this one, please?
Okay, so that is Craig from Coronation Street, and he's played by, what's his name now? Oh, Colson Smith, and he has lost 10 stone just through going to the gym. He's just amazing. He said, because he plays a policeman, doesn't he, in Coronation Street, and he said just trying to run after, the baddies, he's always out of breath. So he has managed to lose 10 stone.
Wow,
I think that's incredible.
Wow, that is
Incredible.
amazing.
that is. Someone's saying us four. I am on water. When I'm live, I don't actually drink, guys. So us four seem like the best drinking
Me
buddies.
too.
These girls think what they like. Oh, we have been known to have the odd tipple on Messenger when we're off work, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
And
on,
when we're on screen, because we
I'm
all know
on
the
water
internet
as well.
lasts forever. So what can we say?
Okay, so let me just bring up a little comment here. Let's have a look. He's done amazing, says Carly. Let's have a little look at the time. Yeah, give me about 10, 15 minutes, and myself and Amanda will double team for some readings. It's not mine. Let's bring up some more pictures as well. Let's bring up a woman who this picture's iconic. I love this, Jack. Look at that.
Right, but what we need to do first of all is you need to bring up the Kerry Katona picture.
Okay, let's have a look.
Okay, so Kerry Katona has caused a bit of controversy because she has got her 14-year-old daughter Heidi to take some topless photos of her to go on the OnlyFans site. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's an adult content subscription site where fans can pay money to watch videos and see pictures of people that they like, with a bit of an adult content. And she's got her daughter to take the pictures to go on there. And she said, well, she didn't see anything wrong with it. She said her children are liberal-minded. She's told them not to care what other people think. And she said the amount of money that it's made her, being on this site, she said has changed her whole life. And the children are loving the money, and she doesn't see anything wrong with it. She said, if you go on a beach, you have photos taken of you topless. She said, so what's the difference between that or a site where she can control the pictures?
Right. Amanda, what do you think, Amanda, of what Kerry Katona is doing?
Well, it's something that I wouldn't necessarily do, because I think though you've got control, you have to really know. You have to feel so secure in yourself. For me to have that amount of attention, I think it can do something to your psyche sometimes. Particularly if you're a little bit, sometimes she does, and she's very open about this, isn't she? She gets a little bit off balanced. So I wouldn't think that my children would be taking the photos. Maybe I don't want to judge because she's gone through so much. It's amazing, but for me personally, that is not something that I would do.
I just think the fact that she said,
son. Sorry, Jack.
Sorry,
we did have Amanda's lovely son on a few weeks back. How would he feel if you asked him to take photos of you like this? I mean, she's wearing very nice underwear. Don't get me wrong. I like the underwear. But
I'm going to tell you one thing that I asked my son to do, and he's never been the same since. I got bitten by a tick on my tit. Okay, so that is what happened. A tick was on my tit. Okay. I couldn't see it properly from the way, the whole thing. And so I was going to ask my son if he could actually help get it off. And then I thought, you know what? I am not going to ask my son to do that because that's just too much. So I said to him, I ended up going to the vet. And the vet then sent me to A&E. And then it was the longest queue of doctors to all try and extract this tick from my tit.
Of course it was, Amanda. They're not going to just let anyone, are they?
I think I knew enough to not subject my son to that trauma, maybe. And maybe it's different if it's your daughter as well. There's a different.
There's a difference, isn't there?
But I think the long line of doctors outside the cubicle was fine.
I think though her comparing it to having, being tops on a beach is ridiculous, because when you're tops on a beach, you're not there to show everybody on the beach your boobs, are you? You're there to, I would think, to get an all over tan. Maybe that's why
Jack's
people
dropping
focus
herself in
on
it now,
the-
ladies.
But she did also say that she doesn't know what the fuss is all about because no one made a big deal when Demi Moore did her iconic pregnancy picture. But that's a completely different thing as well.
Because
Yeah,
I
I think
do
you
love
can
Demi
compare
Moore's
the
picture.
two.
I do love that picture. I really do.
Yeah, that to me is quite tasteful, isn't it? You don't really see everything, do you? You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I do think Demi Moore was one of the first people to do a picture like that because she's not actually showing anything, is it?
Yeah.
Is she? And I think where Kerry Katona is concerned, I think that each person is individual, you know, and if it's helping her in some way, and some people might say that it's embarrassing for other people, but I think everybody's on their own personal journey, really, isn't it? And I think, like you say, she's come an awful long way, and she's done very, very well indeed. But
Yeah.
I do know that getting on, and we've got lots and lots of things to do. So we're going to take it down a tone now, guys, because of course, Jack, there was some very, very sad news this week as well. And I'm not just talking, of course, about the funeral that we had today. I'm talking about this amazing lady as well. So
Helen McCrory, what a fantastic actress. Well, she unfortunately lost her battle with cancer, a very private battle. You know, she didn't let, no one sort of knew about it. And she was only 52. And, you know, there's been some amazing tributes, but I mean, she's been in lots and lots of different things. She's been in Harry Potter and she's been, you know, in the theatre. But for me, she'll always be Aunt Polly from Peaky Blinders. You know, she's just absolutely incredible. And how sad, you know. But before she died, she was on GMTV not so long ago. Her and her husband, Damien, had set up a campaign to raise money to provide meals for frontline workers to get them out there for them from you know, high street restaurants and things. And just before she died, I mean, they managed to raise £1 million to get these meals out. You know, so I mean, that's just incredible. And she actually said about the campaign, why they wanted to do it. She said it's important for them to know when they're knackered that they're not alone and we're thinking of them. You know, I think and she was going through all that while she was poorly. So that's incredible.
Yeah.
Bless her. If there's one lesson it's taught us, ladies, it is to make every day count, isn't it?
Yeah.
And no matter what you do, you know, if you've got somebody there to make up with, if you've got something that you want to do, she's certainly left a legacy behind. And I, for one, I didn't know who she was as a name. I knew who she was as a face. And I'm really embarrassed to say, I have never seen Peaky Blinders. And so
I
haven't either. It's only Jack. But I remember Harry Potter, so it's okay.
Oh my gosh, you've got to watch Peaky Blinders. It's the best thing that's ever been out, ever.
So that's going to be our mission.
I'm sorry, Jack.
Should the whole world be watching Peaky Blinders?
I think the whole world has watched Peaky Blinders, apart from you three, to be honest.
We were too busy. I don't know what we were too busy doing. I really don't. I know. Look, Alison Monks is saying, "Oh my God, Claire, you have to watch it." Emma Lloyd is as well. Where can we watch it, Jax? You know, you are one of leading ladies, of course.
Yeah, I think we've just been shamed online. I think we should all just go and hide our
I think it's on
Netflix.
I think I try Netflix.
It
is. It's also on Amazon Prime.
But they're filming.
Mainly because I put it on my watch list the other day.
Yeah, they're filming at the moment for Series 5. So, so everything you'll be able to catch up with it.
Okay, go on.
No, for Helen McCrory, she was one of my most inspirational actresses. She was mesmerizing. She was magical. She was the way she thought through. So for me as an actress, watching her as an actress, I was like, you know, you really inspire me. And I was just devastated. I cried when I heard, because she was going to be, you know, the next Maggie Smith. You know, down the line, she was going to be our staple of really special, intelligent. I mean, there's wonderful performers out there, but for me, there was something special about her. And
well, they said that about her. Everybody that she's worked with said how tiny she was, but how intelligent she was.
Yeah.
And she just like lit up the stage when she was on there. She was incredible.
Yeah, mysterious and magnificent.
And she's so happily married. You know, they were a lovely family. They were in love. They've been together, you know, 18 years, I think. So it's just really, really sad.
Well, I do know that when I watched the clips of the different things that she'd done, the different films that she'd done, the versatility for her acting roles. I actually liked her when she was actually a harsh, bad character in some of the things that I saw. But I don't know whether many of you that are watching know about the Lengro family. But this lady, this young lady beneath me, is also a West End star. So just before we go on tonight, I do actually want to show you a little clip of our Amanda Waring, because you might not know, but she also starred as Gigi on stage. And I'm just going to see if I can find it now. So this is Amanda Waring. Take a look at this. I had to leave that up. Look, one sexy lady indeed.
I'm talking about Beryl Reid there, obviously.
All right, before we go on, give us one secret or one thing about Beryl Reid that we might not know.
Oh gosh, she was really quite vulnerable. She was quite vulnerable. So for all her bravura and wit, she was very insecure in herself. Is that good enough for you?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Karina.
Absolutely love it. Okay, so we have got plenty more gossip, but I do think that what I'm going to say is this. I know a lot of you come over from Derek's page, and I know that some of you want a reading. We're going to do it as a problem. We do a piece called Dilemma of the Day, don't we, girls? And we're going to get on to the Dilemma of the Day, which the girls have looked after for me, and we're going to be doing in a little while. But if you have a problem that you'd like us to solve, I would like to know your star sign, but you also have to tell us the problem. And we think that 4 heads are better than 1. So I will be using the art of astrology, and I may pick a tarot card. What have you got? Because sometimes you use a bit of chocolate, and there is somebody else in there, isn't there, called Conchita, who might come out to play tonight, Amanda. What do you think?
Conchita might come out to play tonight to reveal your innermost dark and light secrets. We shall see.
Absolutely. So I do think on this Saturday night, I also want to know, guys, how you feel about coming out of lockdown. How were you when the pubs opened? Were you one of those who rushed to get a drink and couldn't wait to see your friends? Or did you have anxiety just opening the front door? Please do let us know how you're doing. What about you, ladies? Tell me the truth. Amanda, when you went out, you've been to the pub tonight. I haven't been to the pub for a drink yet, purely because I've been moving house. And when I do, I can't wait to do it with you girls. What was it like? Were people anxious? Were people back to normal?
Do you know, it was really not that busy. So I was amazed. I thought it was going to be completely packed and full. It was just very good, socially distanced. Everyone was cheerful, but nice. It felt very reassuring, very lovely, very uplifting. I was with some really gorgeous friends that I hadn't seen for a while. So, and you know, it was beautiful actually. And I think I was going to feel a little bit anxious if it was going to be full on rowdy, really, you know, everyone. But obviously that's probably like that now that I've gone, and now they're letting their hair down.
Can I just say, knowing you as well as I do, and knowing our Lengro staff nights out that we had before lockdown and that we'll have again, can't you see, ladies? Amanda, she gets this vibe from being around people. She really does, doesn't she? Alison Monks, you're asking a question about your daughter. She's a Gemini. Give us more than that, because there's 4 heads, not just 1 this evening. So do let us know if you have a certain question there. What about you, Sam? What have you done in lockdown? I mean,
I'm not a designated driver. No, since everything's been reopened, and the pubs, well, Boris gave my dad the best birthday present ever, because the golf course and the barbers and the pub was all open on his birthday. So he was very happy with that. I became designated driver because, you know, after a few shandies, that's it, he needs to lift home. But both parents have been to the pub tonight. So if you hear any loud banging or anything, I apologise. But I have also got a new puppy as well, so it could be the puppy. Who knows?
What puppy is it, darling? What's your puppy?
Oh, let's have a look. We've got the puppy. I've got the puppy. Let me have it. Of course, our very own Sammy Norcup as well, who is a cover girl for Lengro magazine this week, and our paranormal expert. She went to Alton Towers today. Now that's really going for it, isn't it? That really.
Yeah, she made us all really jealous, didn't she? Sending all those amazing photos.
This is Barney, okay? He is a border collie. He is 100. He's the only dog we've ever had to pay for. He's a rescue because nobody wanted him, but he is 100%. I swear there is something with purebred dogs. They're just not quite right. We've got Eddie, who is also a border collie, purebred, and we've had him. Yeah, like literally, I say it's not my own fault really, because I did say that if we were going to get another dog, we couldn't get one that was more intelligent than Eddie. So we've got Barney, who keeps forgetting that he has a body attached to his head when he's trying to get out the garden gate. So it's been a bit of an experience the last 48 hours, because he does keep trying to run out the gate, but obviously he can't because he's got shoulders. But he is absolutely lovely, and Eddie's loving having another dog in the house. So yeah, he is a cutie.
They're not a baby, aren't they? Okay, let's take things down to a serious note again as well, and let's have a little look. As far as I'm concerned, as a clairvoyant, and as far as the ladies are concerned, Adele McDonald. It's quite a serious one. This. I need help with moving on. I'm a Virgo. Now, Virgos do like life to be the way that they see as perfect. They want it to be the way others see as perfect, the picket fence, etc. First of all, ladies, I mean, she says, my ex always hits me. I mean, do we need to go any further with where this is going with advice? Also, I lost my husband to suicide, and I just need to know if I'll be okay. Well, Adele, as far as I'm concerned, first of all, hitting anybody, physical or mental abuse, of course, is something that you should step away from. And I know that, Sam, you are absolutely incredible with helplines and numbers from that. So
can I just ask, Adele, is there a reason why, Adele, that you're still with your boyfriend? If he's hitting you, are you frightened to leave? Is there a reason why you're staying?
Listen, Frankie, who's watching tonight as well, Frankie Payne says, Adele, get rid my lovely. Absolutely. You're very, very good with helpline numbers. And she's saying straight here what the reason is. Can I say straight away, then I'm going to pass you on to the ladies as well. And I'm going to say this as Claire Petulengro, okay? Where children are concerned, if you are unhappy and you are showing children behavior, which is abusive behavior that you are being treated to, then they will become victims of the same. You have to break the cycle. Could I please ask, Adele, were you in a family where you also witnessed that yourself as well? My opinion straight away is get out, get out, get out. But more than terrified about that is the fact you've just said that you are not with him and that he still hits you. Over to you first, Sam.
100%. I know it's easier said than done, but get out of the situation. There are so many organisations out there that are designed to help people with this issue. I think that if children see this behaviour, they will think it's okay eventually, and it's not okay. And you know, if it was your friends that had come to you with this problem, what would you say to them? Because you would never ever want your friend to go through it. So why are you allowing yourself to? You know, that we have so many different people out there who can help, who, you know, from domestic violence charities, depending on which area you're in, obviously, because I mean, I know that there is a very good one in East Sussex called Rise, but they will help you with housing, they will get you out 100%. Their website is very, very good. I went on there when I did an article with them. And I would say 100% their website is absolutely fantastic. So if you need any help or tips, just go on there. It's rise.co.uk, and just go on there and have a look, because it's not okay. You're worth more than this, and life's too short not to be happy.
You got any family around you, Adele, that can help, or friends? Have you spoken to anybody? Has anyone tried to help you?
She's saying that the children did see it and had to help. And every time I see him, I'm hit. Now, I did give you a page, and I did actually give Adele a reading anyway on Derek Cora's page just before we did Lengro Live, and she was a very, very sensitive soul. And I think sometimes the fear of making a change is worse than what it actually takes to make that change itself. Do you know what I mean? You are here on Lengro Live, and you have absolutely everybody telling you, Adele. And Sammy Norcup, if you are watching, perhaps you could bring up a number. If anybody could bring up a number for Rise, just write that number down. And I beg you, Adele, call that number tonight. But most importantly, do not see that man alone with your children at all, ever again. Nobody to speak with. I think Rise is the way forward. And of course, abusers do isolate people. This is such sad news to me, Adele. I'm so glad that you've reached out to us. I really am.
100%. We're always here. We're always at the other end of Messenger or on Instagram on a message on there. 100%. Just you can always contact any of us, and we will always do our best to help.
And you must only see them in a public area. If you cannot have, a friend that's going to be with you, then it must be absolutely, and you have to stick to this, that you will only meet in public areas where there are people around, where that may not be able to be then happen. You have to put yourself first in this. You really have to protect yourself.
I mean, even Citizens Advice, you can go to Citizens Advice for free, and they can genuinely get you help, be it mediation. Not that mediation is going to help much, but obviously because somebody will be there as a chaperone, as Amanda says, they will, nothing will happen to you in their presence. So at least he would then have access to your children if legally he has a right to do so. If not, Citizens Advice will give you free legal advice as and when you need it. And it's all online, even though we're in the pandemic, you can still get in contact with people.
Yeah. Adele, I've got to say to you, you also say that your husband also hung himself. You're obviously very vulnerable at the moment. You're here on Lengro Live, and from this moment onwards, you said that your children don't want to see him either. Please, my darling, find the strength, if not for yourself, for your children. As a mother, find that strength as a mother if you can't find it for yourself to go forward. Now, it's such a sensitive subject. Please do rise. We are going to go on to some other subjects now. And Alexine Carey as well, thank you so much. You said contact Women's Aid. You really have to. You've spoken out. You've made the first step tonight. You really have. We're going to go on to some other subjects now. But don't forget as well, there are so many helplines out there. Now is the time to make the change, my darling. It really is. You've got so much advice for you. You really have.
And if you need a ceremony to do to get rid of all the bad juju, we have got a lovely woman next to me right now on the screen who can help you with those ceremonies, because they are amazing.
Well, sometimes we do need, when we're dealing with that aggression and that fear, a lot of fear around somebody, we do need to make sure that we clear our own energy system of that. And sometimes it's about just allowing the energy that's being directed at you to just have that dissipated, so it doesn't hang around like an old coat, and that you wear it even when that person has disappeared from your life. You can still feel the echoes of it. So yes, that definitely, Sam, thank you. That is something that I do help people clear, those attacks, those psychic attacks.
And I've also heard you use the term sage yourself. So we can say this time of night.
We can
get the sage sticks out.
There we go. There's some sage. There we go. As if by magic, there it is. Burning some sage is really good.
Absolutely love it. Now we're going to turn things a little bit lighter now for the moment, guys. And do forgive us, but do you know what? We always find that a little bit of laughter in the darkness times does help. And of course, this is Lengro Live after 9 p.m. So I've got a rather strange picture to bring up here, Jack, as well. But it does look good, doesn't it? Look at this.
Well, now the thing is, ladies, we have a dilemma of the day.
Yes.
And it is a very serious dilemma of the day, because there is a war going on. Now, you might not know that Marks and Spencer's have started a caterpillar war with Aldi. Okay, so the retailer started legal action against Aldi to protect Colin the caterpillar. Aldi had copied Colin with a Cuthbert. Okay, so there's Cuthbert the caterpillar, who is practically identical to Colin. M&S would like Aldi to remove the caterpillar from the. That's Colin.
That's Colin.
Okay,
Amanda, you should know that is Colin. Now, Colin has been around for 30 years. I can understand why M&S want to protect Colin. And, you know, Aldi have just blatantly copied. But Claire, in your best M&S voice, this was Aldi's response today to Martin.
So this is not just any court case. This is the Three Cuthbert court case. Colin the caterpillar cake, creamy chocolate sponge roll.
No, we don't. Halt, not that bit yet, because what we have to do is I need Conchita. Conchita, I need you to listen very carefully if you're there.
I am listening, everyone. Yes, I am here, darling. What do you want?
Now, we're going to do a comparison taste test. But first of all, I sent you to Aldi today to buy a Cuthbert. And what happened? Tell the viewers what you came back with.
Well, I was moving house, I forgot my towels, and I went to Asda instead. So I ended up with Clyde. And I actually have in front of me, I've got Clyde. So there's a lot of caterpillars going around.
There is a lot of caterpillars around.
It's like a Shrek version of Colin.
Yes.
I like Shrek.
But I'd like you to taste Clyde and let us know, is Clyde as good as Colin?
I like Kelly Elizabeth's comment there. Yes, he does belong to himself, and he will turn into something beautiful if we stop buying him.
Nice.
It's been a while though since, you know, I mean, any chocolate would do right now tonight, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, when you've finished eating that, I would like you to tell the viewers in your best M&S voice the ingredients, the special ingredients that make up.
She's over it, Jack.
Put the cake down, Claire. We're going to press later. We need to know what Colin is made out of. What makes him so special? Conchita, I would like you to tell me afterwards if you think this is the perfect chocolate cake.
All right, darlings, I am listening very, very intently. Make sure you say it clearly and nicely, because I'm very deaf in my old age. Too much chocolate in my ears, you know. Okay, carry on, darling Claire.
Creamy chocolate sponge roll filled with chocolate buttercream, covered in a milk chocolate shell with a decorative face made from solid white chocolate and finished with a sprinkle of sugar-coated milk chocolate beans over its back, and a series of distinctive curves so that it's easier to cut into 10 equal portions. Can I
really?
10 equal portions?
Yes.
They've clearly never met my dad.
Had a Colin caterpillar cake, Sam?
No, but they've never met my dad. Because clearly
so he would have more than one portion.
Yeah.
So, darling,
it did kind of sound like food porn there, didn't it? Let's be honest.
What I want to say to you all, though, right now, before we say anything more, is, you know, what the caterpillar calls the end of the world, the master calls the butterfly. I am leaving you with some chocolate philosophy there, and I want to say that just 10 pieces of chocolate in that very long, kind of interesting shape is never going to be enough to feed a woman, let alone this woman. That is never going to satisfy me. One Colin will never do it. Maybe 2 Clydes, 1 Colin, and 5 Clives, maybe together. But I have to say that the white creamy stuff on the back, I don't know if that is right. That felt a little wrong to me. But I'm going to say that I would still lick it and eat it just the same. But I also want to say that the interesting bit that you said about there was chocolate and more chocolate and then more chocolate, to me, that's saying there was really not enough chocolate.
But you know,
that's
Colin. But do you know what Cuthbert's ingredients are? Exactly the same. Exactly the same.
Oh, but without the cream on the back. Without the cream on the back. That's the difference. That is the
difference. They heard your complaint about that. That's what happened. They heard the complaint and they were just like, yeah, we can't put that on our packaging, so we will not.
I'd like to ask Sam now, because Sam is the legal expert here, because you've done law, Sam. Right. So creeping up on the sidelines, we've got Cecil the caterpillar from Waitrose.
Yep.
Curly the caterpillar from Tesco, Wiggles from Sainsbury's, and Morris the caterpillar from Morrison's. So why aren't M&S suing all of them as well?
Well, as we can see from Clyde, he's the Shrek version. So M&S have not got anything to worry about there. Because start off with, it's change colour. But 100%, they're not suing anybody else. It's just that Cuthbert is practically identical. So that's what the actual issue is. It's not down to anything else. M&S want everybody to know that their products are obviously different. We all know the advert. It's not food. It's M&S food. Gotta love a catchphrase. But it's just basically Aldi are riding their coattails, and that's what they want to stop. Which is why they are going after Aldi and not the Shrek version that Claire's got in her hands.
The face ain't so good, but I'm thinking at Lengro magazine, we come up with so many ideas for projects that we do. We could come up with like a Bertie the Bat. We were talking about bats today.
I think that's going
I
to
don't know.
I'm not
There was
sure
a good
that one of
suggestion
those
here.
bats for consumption in a
No, I
very
don't think we should be eating bats, no.
I think it's a good idea.
Hold on.
Well, Jude did say she's waiting for Beatrice the butterfly to come out now, so maybe that's what we could be doing at Lengro.
Yes.
Going for the butterfly version.
Yes,
But as we've got lactose-free people here as well, we'll have to find some sort of other option. Sorry, that is. If you can hear the metal in the background, that would be the puppy attacking his food bowl. He likes to move it around the floor.
Can we see the puppy? I do love a puppy.
Bonnie.
Hello to Pat Taylor, by the way. Pat's just joined us. Hi, Pat.
Oh, hi, Pat. No, he's ignored. He's gone in the other room.
Oh, bless. But I'm just
Bonnie, come here.
a little look.
No, he thinks Eddie's getting a treat, so he's gone and stolen a treat. So unfortunately, I don't have any food for him.
Can you hear that? Can you hear that?
Is that a bat?
Man, she met at the bar earlier trying to get in. Oh, no, trying to get out.
He's been with me all the time. I've got him in the desk.
We're trying to get. Hang on. Obviously, I now have a treat above my head. It's so we can. But clearly, I've got some sort of new hair accessory. Oh yeah, 100%. That is. If anyone didn't know, that's my dad trying to get into modelling. His modelling career there. Barney's just having none of it. He's just sitting there looking at us, going, "Seriously, what are you doing?"
Good.
I absolutely
get paid for this, do we?
I think it's all good. Now listen, after this live, I have to say, what you can also do.
So I was getting attacked by dad and dog. Oh, here we go. There we go. Oh, and dad. Look.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Obviously, the dog's cuter. Don't tell the other one anything. He gets big-headed.
Absolutely gorgeous. Listen, as you saw, or some of you may have seen, I was live on Derek Okora's page earlier. And after I've made another cup of tea after this live, I will be going into my private members club. My private members club is a safe space for people who do want to have free readings and also to talk more confidentially. So if you want to join, get on over to clairepetulengro.tv, click on members, and you can join as well. And you can catch us, ladies. Tell them about the new time, Jack, as well. We're changing the time on Wednesdays, aren't we?
Yes, we're no longer going to be at lunchtimes on Wednesdays because so many of our readers and viewers are at work and they prefer to sort of watch us in the evening. So we are changing the time, but we're not sure. Are we sure what time we're doing it? It will be in the evening sometime.
Well, are we going to do 12:30? Well, we moved to 12:30 last week, didn't we?
Now, yeah. Sam, where have you been? You've missed the email, Sam.
Maybe I was getting attacked by a puppy at the time. I'm sorry.
Or maybe it's just the clue that they don't want you in it, darling. I think that's what.
Claire has attacked me a few times.
No, we didn't get the email. We'll be just turning up at 12:30, and they'll be on at midnight. You know, we've missed the whole.
And I'm like, where is everyone? God, this is a really quiet live. What's going on?
Clyde and Clive somewhere, and we're missing out.
Listen, maybe people would like to tell us what time you'd like us to come on a Wednesday.
You'd like us to come on. If you don't know what we do, let's have a little. If you don't know what we do, Jack Tyler has her own show called Beneath the Covers, where she interviews people in an hour-long, uncut, where she can ask absolutely anything that she wants. Sam Earle is our in-house aromatherapist, but she's also amazing for helpline advice and also for controlling her dad, who's just been to the pub tonight. And it's
She's also our crime expert.
Yes. But yeah, but my expertise is if anyone's getting battered with Colin the caterpillar, that's fine. Please call me. We can do something. It's not an issue.
We can indeed. And somebody was asking about my courses and the things that I do. So I was just going to show you this. If you are interested in tarot cards, while we take a quick breather and then we'll be back. This is the Claire Petulengro video course promo for you guys. Have a little look at this. And we're back. Right, I thought before I bring the ladies back on that I would pick one person just for a quick card reading, and then I'm going to bring the ladies back on, and then I will go on to my private members club. And look, my daughter Lucy, she just bought me a cup of tea, look, and this is Lengro magazine. This is our logo, and of course on my website we have a gemstone shop run with the lovely Leslie Anthony, where you can of course buy our gemstone filled water bottles in bamboo or also in stainless steel. You can buy all of the jewelry that I wear, which is bespoke made bracelets, etc. Tell me your tarot, tell me your star sign as well. You know, I'm looking at that cake and I'd love another bite. I really, really would. But I'm going to pick somebody for a reading now. Let's have a little look. Let's go for a Frankie Payne. I was told, oh, I think I've done you, Frankie. Did I do you on the other thing? I think I did. I was told I'm going to be in a relationship with a woman on yesterday's live with a psychic Kelly. Do you think they thought Frankie Payne was a make they was reading for, or is this for me? I don't know, but I'm going to pick you a card, Frankie Payne. Let me have a little look. Hold on a second. Let's pick a card for you. It might not be about what you said. Let's have a little look. The Ace of Cups is fresh beginnings, and it doesn't show you going a different way. It shows you actually going down the course or the way of relationships that your heart is in. It does show that you've been hurt, but it also shows that you've healed. So perhaps in the reading that you had yesterday, it's more about you, encompassing you as a person, as a woman yourself, indeed. And I do feel for you, Frankie, indeed. This is your time. What do cups represent in tarot cards? They represent the season of summer. So June, July, and August, they're your time to fly, my darling. They really, really are. Let's have a little look. Let's pick somebody else. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a little look. Alison Monks, you keep asking about your daughter. So kind of you to ask about other people. Absolutely lovely. I'm going to pick a card for you. And we have got the Queen of Swords. It shows that where your daughter's concerned, that she hasn't always felt that she's good enough. Very, very strong women in your family. And I can see that you're also a very strong woman indeed, my darling. Let her fly. Don't judge her. Don't question her. Just let her be. Moments in your daughter's life. What are Geminis like? They're like the gypsies of the zodiac. They always want different from what they've got. So as far as she's concerned, just enjoy being. Enjoy the moment. That's my advice for you. Somebody else is asking about the tarot cards I'm using. Let's have a little look at this advert, and then I'm going to bring my beautiful ladies back to you. Take a look at this. Welcome to the Claire Petulengro Romany Gypsy Tarot Cards. There's far more to each one than you could believe. Let's unlock the secrets of your tarot so that you can become as skilled as the gypsies in the art of divination. Full of Romany Gypsy history, secret clues, and much more, this pack dares to go deeper than any tarot pack has gone before. the Claire Lengro Romany Gypsy Tarot cards. Order your pack now at www.clairepetulengro.tv. The Colin the Caterpillar cake.
Advert. I love that.
M&S. Oh, that was my Marks and Spencer's voice. It really, really was. I don't know where the time goes with all of us, but I do think a very important question that Jack Tyler was asking is what time would everybody like us to go live on a Wednesday night? Really, don't you?
Yeah, and it's Lengro Wednesday, so that's the day our magazine comes out, and we will be talking about things in the magazine as well. So yeah, so it'll be a full show with lots and lots in it. So yeah, let us know what time's best for you in the evening.
Do you know what? There's a little question that's come up, and I think we should answer this because there's a woman who's not with us tonight who I absolutely adore, and somebody has said amazing designs and artwork. Our lovely Claire. Tell them who did the artwork, ladies.
It was our very own Laura Ann Renwick. The woman is amazing. There is nothing she can't do. And she is normally live on her own page on a Tuesday night, but we are very, very lucky when she comes live with us too.
We are indeed. And Laura Ann Renwick is very much about women empowerment. And you can also join her meditation classes. She's absolutely amazing. And of course, you can also join Amanda's classes and courses. Amanda, tell everybody about what you do and when they can next see you and join one of your sessions.
Oh, yeah, thank you, darling. Well, so I run women's full moon, and for men, but predominantly women, full moon and new moon meditations and visualizations, healing opportunities. So I work with activating the wild woman part of you. So I work with sound, with ceremony, and as a celebrant, I will do ceremonies, not only funerals and weddings and baby namings, but also ceremonies that help mark the transitions that you're going through, divorce. If you wanted to sort of have a house clearing of some kind, ceremony that way as well. Come and find out. Come to me for at the Sussex Retreat. I am now able to have people for one-on-one or up to groups of 5 people for a whole retreat day where you can spend a day with me to really do some very profound inner work, good fun, clearing yourself, empowering yourself, and finding your voice again.
Absolutely love that. And running along at the bottom of the screen, guys, you can find out where you can sign up for tickets for all of Amanda's ceremonies. But when we go this evening, you don't have to leave it there. Where can they read Lengro magazine, ladies?
Wow, Jack, come on, you are always the Mrs. Glamour Purse. Where can they find Lengro?
Just go to lengro.co.uk and you can read this week's issue and all our previous issues as well. But before we go, Amanda, could you just tell everybody about our amazing paranormal show?
Oh my gosh! Yes. Oh, I'm going to do this again. That is the ghost trying to come out. Okay, so the wonderful Mitch Jenkins and I are presenting a paranormal show at the end of April, and it'll be a sort of 45-minute show of tantalizing, thrilling stories, anecdotes, true experiences by hopefully some of you, the viewers as well, of experiences that you've had that you can't explain. So it might be to do with any interactions that you've had with seeing UFO sightings or the mysteries of life that you've had that's something unexplained. So we're going to be sharing extraordinary, Jack and I have been out and about doing a bit of ghost hunting, haven't we, darling?
Yeah.
Some castles. And it's going to be a show that it's going to make you think, it's going to make you laugh, it's going to make you question. And that's really good. That's important at this time to find out, make up your own mind about what we're going to be sharing. So we will put more about it shortly, won't we, Claire?
We will indeed. Do not forget to visit Amanda's website. Can I just say, Kelly Elizabeth, that's a question really. I would love it if you could inbox personally, Amanda, for that. It sounds like it's something that you may well need a ceremony for. And can I please say as well, don't forget the lovely Leslie Anthony's on here. Let me bring her name up. If you've got a question about gemstones or crystals, or you want to know any information about anything from my shop, then please do get over to her. You know where you can find us all. I'm going to go and enjoy my cup of tea, see my 2 girls, and go and see my club members. Lengro magazine is also now fortnightly, and we've got some incredible things coming your way. So thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you all soon. Thank you, guys. Say goodbye.
Bye.